The CASA program is court-appointed special advocates. It's in juvenile court, which is very different from any other court. So when I first started, I went and visited all the different judges and observed some cases. It's much more of a team approach to working with kids. And the children that are assigned to you are children that have been either neglected or abused and are declared in need of assistance. And usually the program is designed to last about a year so that the parents or the guardians have about a year to remedy any issues that cause them to lose the children in the first place. And sometimes children don't go back to the parents. Sometimes it's an adoption situation. There's a whole variety of different outcomes you can have. But what you're doing is you're working directly and acting as the eyes and ears of the judge, so that there's so many professionals, but they have such big caseloads. They don't have the time that we have. And so we can stay on top of things, and we can talk to all the different parties, and we can kind of help coordinate that information and get it to the judge in a form that says, this is what's really going on, and these are some things that need to be addressed. And up until the solution of the case, which is a permanent and lasting place for the kids. For most of my adult career, I worked with programs that served the underprivileged or people that had unique needs. And then I retired, and I was retired for a period of time, and I heard an ad on TV about the CASA program, and it just seemed to fit a lot of what I had done previously, and it gave me an opportunity to give back. The most rewarding thing to me is working with the children. Our job is to stay on the case until those children are in a permanent, safe environment, and when that happens and the parents are involved or wherever they end up, it's a better situation for them. That's all the reward we need. I've been a CASA for a little over 3 years, close to 4, and each case is very different, but I've been very fortunate. All my outcomes have been pretty good, and I'm real pleased with what happened. It wasn't always clear from the beginning it was going to happen that way, but you stick with it. And so even if I have a bad case along the way, I'm going to know that there's a lot of good ones, and the good ones are going to outweigh the bad ones. One of the incidences I had was actually on my last case, where there were 5 boys that I was responsible for, and the oldest boy was living with an aunt and uncle, and then he'd gotten in trouble. Quite a bit of trouble. But then he was put in foster care, and I went to visit him there, and he said, "How'd you find me?" And I said, "Well, I'm always going to be able to find you." And at the end of that visit, and this was a pretty tough kid, he yelled at me because he was playing outside, and he ran over and he hugged me and said he missed me and that he was so happy that I had found him. And so I was a connection. I was somebody that he knew would be there for him. So that meant a lot to me. If someone was considering the CASA program and maybe sitting on the fence, you get a lot of support. Don't worry about the fact that you have to do it all on your own. You go through training, and you have support every step of the way. If you're weak in one area, like I was weak in the technical reports and that kind of thing, they're going to help you. And so you're going to have help the whole way. So don't worry about that, and you're going to have plenty of support, and it's worthwhile. I would encourage people to consider this program, because what's more important than Iowa's youth and their future? And you're intervening at a time that can save these kids. And so I just can't think of any higher calling.